So I'm all for rising up and overcoming obstacles. I really am. I think it's great. I'm just really tired of them all happening to the Caprice. It's not a big deal. Everything's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. This is fine. If you couldn't tell what I got, well, there's some trash on the seats, but behind that, we have another engine. My face is also really red. Could it be the 12 Monster energy drinks I had this morning? Probably not. But I have a mild oil pressure issue with the engine that's in the Caprice. We leave for sick week in 4 days. 5 days? I don't even know when we leave. Hopefully we leave in 5 days. And I have to pull the engine out of the Caprice, swap all the cam, cylinder heads, intake, all that stuff. I have to swap over to this new used engine, put it all back in the Caprice, hope everything runs okay, get it on the dyno, shake it down on the dyno, and then get it to Florida. This sucks. To back it up just a little bit, so I give you some context, the oil pressure in the Caprice was perfect. I finished the whole build. I finished doing some air suspension stuff to it, and I was taking it out for a drive. Went to the gas station with fuel in it, and I was going to go to the dyno this morning. I was supposed to be on the dyno this morning at 6 a.m. Obviously, I'm not on the dyno, and it's almost noon. And went to the gas station, put some fuel in it, and right before I got to the gas station, I did a quick hit on the street, just a 1, 2, 3, and felt great. Everything was fine. And then I get to the fuel station, cut it off, fill it up, get back on the street, look down, and oil pressure is gone. I mean, it's non-existent. I went from 60, 70 pounds when I'm coming up in the RPMs to like 12. Actually, the most it would get up to is like 25, 26, but it would never go over that. So my assumption is that I either knocked a cam bearing out of it, or I'm an idiot, you know, which is actually kind of universal regardless of what causes the oil pressure loss. But at any rate, I have a ton of work to do to try to get this thing back together and make it to sick week with the Caprice. And I really, really want to make it to sick week. But I don't want to do the same crap we did on drag week where it's like day 2, we got no oil pressure and I got to limp it around like an ass. The good news is I woke up at 3 this morning to start on this thing and it's out. The bad news is if you pull an engine by itself, remember there's a trans hook to it, and put something underneath the trans. I didn't, and luckily everything's okay, but sorry, bud, my bad. Man, I hate to be right, but that's exactly what it was. It pushed the cam bearing out, which I can't blame anybody but myself. I installed those. This one, when I installed it, I actually pushed it a little too far, and then I went to push it back, and as I was doing it, I thought, this is a bad idea. I shouldn't do this. I did it anyway, and that's what you get, spun cam bearing. So this thing spun off of the hole that it oils through, and when that happened, basically it can only make so much oil pressure because it's blowing all out of that hole instead of actually being kept within the bearing and the cam. So that explains it, and actually I'm super stoked to find that because that was my guess as to what was going on, and now I have solidarity in, okay, it was me that screwed it up. It's probably, actually, that's not a good thing. I need to find a way to blame Rye. So everybody, Rye put the cam bearing in. So I video all this stuff as I go, and I go back and I like to add stuff here and there, like my dogs, for example. And I want to say something about when I post up stuff on like our page or my personal Facebook about what's happened to a car or whatever, there's always these mouth breather morons, like these window lickers, that'll come up and be like, I bet you did this, that, or the other. But these people would never in a million years ever expose themselves for making mistakes because they're so afraid of having their little ego bubble burst. My ego is enormous. I got a massive ego, so it's able to take these hits on a day-to-day basis pretty well. That's how I deal with life every day. Little war zone aftermath. We're torn down to a short block. Now I got to get the other engine out of the bed of the truck, tear it down to a short block, and then reinstall all this. So this is good. The next victim, low mile, clean. Actually, I can't even, I have a decent amount of hope only because of one specific thing. Well, Mike, who sold it to me, very nice guy, and he told me that it had good oil pressure. It idly pulled it out of Suburban. That's awesome. Number two, that right there. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. It's either one or two things. They either put a K&N filter on it, like as a last ditch effort because it was about to blow up and they thought it would save it, or they actually care about maintenance. I'm on the fence because this thing looks like it's needed an oil pan gasket. Well, you know, for a while there. All right, this thing has been a labor of love. It's just been so much fun. We got a pile of trash, all this stuff off the short block. It's a used engine. It's what I expected for a 2004 or whatever engine, whatever year, 20-year-old engine. So I'm gonna clean it up, drop all this trash in it, and see if we can get it back in the car tonight. It's been going 12 hours strong now, so scope! Okay, so one thing I'm not good at is videoing things while I'm doing it when I'm in a rush. So I apologize, but all you get to see is me mopping and like cleaning up deck surface here. But I ended up tearing the whole thing down. I got all the other parts swapped over to the long block and ready to drop in the Caprice. All right, so I didn't film really much because, well, I'm just trying to get this done. I don't have much time, and I'm ready to drop it in. I'm sure I forgot, like I put this engine together so fast, I promise I have forgotten something. I put the heads on before realizing I didn't put lifters in it. So this is, if it even starts and runs, it's a win. Just leave it at that. Quick situation report 2. I did get the engine mounted in place. It is such a nightmare. These soft rubber mounts are such a freaking nightmare to get placed properly, and it's always a headache. So this was the last 2 hours of the day yesterday was just getting those mounts lined up. Because when I pull the engine, trying to get it back in with the trans in place is, again, a freaking nightmare. But we're back in. I got to run torque converter bolts through. The trans is already bolted up. And then I can finish assembly with all the turbo kit stuff. I also got a chance to clean and mop, which was a nightmare. Get this back in the engine bay, fire it up, see what we can do. All right, we are back together. I got this thing all wrapped up. I don't know what time it is. It's been a few hours since my last clip, but I don't really make first fire videos because it usually goes terribly, but I figured it would be worth it to try. I still took the catch can up, but let's just see if it starts. I should probably check for fuel leaks and everything too first, but you know, it's not my style. Oh, yeah, hold on. Probably help if I put the fuses back in the freaking fuel pump. Hold on one sec. Okay, that is the best way to have that happen. Instant heart attack. Fill some pressure up. Oop. Sounds like fuel's getting up there. I don't hear anything dripping yet. Maybe one more. There we go, we should be primed now. That's what I need right there, baby. Let's go! Okay, so I still have a decent bit of like little button-up stuff. I got to bleed the coolant out of it. Water. And I have to do a couple heat cycles on the engine, get the oil out of it, and then street drive it a bit. If I can get it on the dyno before sick week, cool. If not, I'm gonna let it eat. I don't care. But this whole endeavor started yesterday at 4 a.m. is when I started working on the car. So at 4 a.m. yesterday, that was Sunday, I put the car up on jack stands. I started tearing into it. It was 1:30 p.m. on Monday, and I fired it up again with this new engine. I'm proud of myself, and that's all that matters. People get caught up so much in internet bullshit, and if you do something you're excited about and you're happy with it, and you're proud of yourself, who cares? Unless you're Rye. Rye has nothing to be proud of, which sucks. I mean, he's 60 years old almost. And not one thing in his entire life can he look back and say, I did that. So that sucks for him. Anyway, see you guys on Sick Week. I'm just kidding. I think Rye's a good dude. He's got a lot of stuff to be proud of. Just not as much as me. Just not as much as me.